Did Chucky's body double just die with a dark secret? The complex life of Ed Gale. So how do you talk about someone who made you laugh, freaked you out as a kid, and still left behind a chapter nobody really wants to read? That's the strange, complicated legacy of Ed Gale. From a duck costume to a killer doll, and then into a real-life scandal, Ed's story had everything. Heart, hustle, horror, and yes, hard truths that hit different now. Let's walk through the life of a man whose name you might not know, but whose roles you definitely do. Ed was born in Plainwell, Michigan in 1963. He had dwarfism and a childhood that didn't always come easy. But he never let that stop him. He had dreams bigger than his 4-foot frame, and when he hit 20, he did the thing so many dreamers talk about but never actually do. He packed up, headed to Los Angeles, and showed up with $41 in his pocket. No agent, no plan, just passion. And believe it or not, it paid off. His first big break? Howard the Duck. Yup, Marvel's weirdest, feather-covered cult character. That was Ed inside the duck suit, sweating it out for nearly a year to make that bird walk and talk. It wasn't glamorous, but it was the start of something. 2 years later, he landed an even more iconic role, one that still gives people chills. He became the physical body of Chucky in Child's Play. Not the voice, that was Brad Dourif, but the movements, the way Chucky stalked, stabbed, and snarled. That was all Ed. And let's be real, even if he didn't say a word, the guy nailed creepy. Ed didn't stop with ducks and dolls. He was in Spaceballs. He was in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? He popped up on Baywatch, My Name is Earl, The Little Rascals, and way more than you'd expect. His IMDb page has over 130 credits, and if you ever met him at a fan convention, he probably told you every single one of them. He loved the spotlight. And for fans who grew up with his movies, seeing him in person was a nostalgic thrill. But behind the laughs and the cult fame, Ed's health was getting worse. By 2023, he was battling serious respiratory issues, COPD and pulmonary hypertension. He was on oxygen, in and out of hospitals, and eventually hospice. And that's where the story could have ended. A hardworking actor remembered for giving everything he had to every costume, every cameo. But it didn't end there. In 2023, a vigilante group called the Creep Catcher Unit posed online as a 14-year-old boy. They say Ed messaged them, knowing the boy was underage. The chats were graphic, disturbingly so. They confronted him at his apartment. He admitted it all on camera. No confusion, no denial. He said yes. He'd sent the messages. That's a felony, he added himself. Police seized his devices. Because of his fragile health, they didn't arrest him right away. But in March 2024, Ed pled no contest to solicitation of a minor. He got probation, became a registered sex offender, and started mandatory counseling. It was a bombshell, one that left fans heartbroken and angry. Ed died on May 27, 2025. He was 61. That same day, his niece posted a funny, loving Facebook tribute. It's with a heavy heart and a surprisingly light coffin, see what I did there, that we say goodbye. She called him a 7-Eleven hot dog addict, a cribbage cheater, a DJ, and a family legend with a laugh that filled a room. And honestly, it's hard not to smile at that image. The fun uncle, the hustling actor, the guy who brought plastic monsters to life. But then the footage plays in your head, and suddenly the legacy splits into two. So now what? Do we erase the good because of the bad? Do we celebrate the art while condemning the actions? Can someone be both a childhood memory and a cautionary tale? There are no easy answers, not for this one. But here's what we can say. Ed Gale mattered, to movies, to fans, to his family. And what he did matters too. We can hold both truths at the same time, because legacies aren't always clear-cut. They're messy, human, just like the people they're made of. How do you remember Ed Gale? As the duck, the doll, the man who crossed a line? Let us know in the comments. No wrong answers here, just real talk. If this story hit home, hit like. If you want more honest deep dives into pop culture's complicated figures, subscribe. We've got more to unpack, and we don't shy away from the messy parts.